Can y'all really feel me? Feel us. East Coast, feel us. West Coast, feel me. Say what? Dirty South. Here we go. Can y'all really feel me? Baby girl.
What is up, you guys? Hey, what is up? It's me, Joe, and welcome to my channel. So today we're talking about a little bit of a sensitive subject. We're talking about breakups. So let's get into it. Alright, so breakups are never fun. They're never something that people brag about, but they are something that we experience, and especially as a millennial, we tend to not always know how to deal with our feelings when it comes to breakups because we're in a culture where people have side people or they have multiple options when it comes to like online dating and stuff, and so it can be kind of hard to figure out how you feel about a breakup. And so this is just me sharing my story and hoping that it helps you guys. So I was dating a guy, and it was just, first of all, this is just a little word to the wise. If you're going to do online dating, which I no longer do, if you're going to, look at Tinder or, different online accounts, make sure that you give yourself enough time to get to know the person outside of the person that you've met online. Let me explain. The guy that I dated, I'm not going to say his name, obviously, but we met online. And we met and we hit it off. He was hilarious. He was funny. But as soon as we met, we decided, you know what, let's just date. Let's bypass all of the other stuff and let's just date. And at the time, it was a good idea. However, girl or guy, my girl, we started dating and it was cool. We were, chilling and we were hanging out and all this stuff. And it moved super quick because we had just kind of jumped into this relationship. And all of a sudden you start seeing little okay. He would begin to criticize me about little things. And it would kind of hurt me. He would, he would say stuff in response to what I say. So if I said, okay, for instance, if I said, oh my gosh, this is a true story. I said, I can't remember. But anyway, if I were to say something like, oh man, this food is really, really, really just savory. He would say, ugh, it's not savory, it's salty. He would correct it, but in a harsh way. And I'd be like, what the heck, bro? Calm down. It's not that serious. Why do you need to be, why are you doing that? So I told him how I felt, but he didn't really, he was like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. And then it would happen again and again and again. And so, ladies, once you know, or gentlemen, once you know that it's over, don't prolong it because you're hoping that he's going to change or she's going to change or it's going to get better. Just completely cut it off. So if you're going through a breakup, here are 3 things that you can do to just kind of help get over it. Number 1 is block them. Block. And this is hard because you are hoping that they're going to, call you and say, you know what, I'm so sorry. I shouldn't have done this. Don't even put yourself through that stress or drama. Just block them, even if it's for a little bit of time. Block them so that you have time to process what happened. Now, I'm normal for the most part with my exes. I'm friends with them. I've never had a bad breakup per se. It's just kind of you know what, this isn't really working out, but it's all good, But sometimes you just have to do that. You have to give yourself space. Also, another thing that I would say to do would be to don't spend too much time alone in this time. Because when you spend time alone after a breakup, you feel hella lonely. And it makes you want to talk to that person or call that person. Now, the thing is our brains are made, I know this is a cute shirt, right? Our brains are made to protect us from pain. Now, when you are contemplating breaking up with someone or when you have broken up with someone, you feel physical pain. unless you didn't really care about them, then you probably don't feel anything. But for the most part, you feel pain. You know, your heart is hurting. You're feeling heartbroken, right? Um, but with that, because your brain wants to figure out the best way and fastest way for you to get out of that feeling of like pain because it's uncomfortable, it will illuminate all the things that are good about your ex in order to get you to go back so that the pain will stop. So you have to play yourself. You have to trick yourself by spending time with people, by having fun in order to, you're still going to feel the pain, but if you dwell in that pain, your body and your brain will try to find the fastest way for you to get out of that pain, and it normally is to go back to your partner. Oh, I miss them. When if they were horrible, like my ex was pretty horrible towards the end. He did a lot of horrible things. But because I was lonely and because I, allowed myself to wallow in the feeling of being in a breakup, I completely just kept going back. Would leave and then come back, and then leave and then come back. And it's just not healthy for your mind to do that. So please, let him go. The next thing I would say, the third thing and final thing I would say to do is to really, and I've heard this multiple times, I'm sure you have, but focus on you. Focus on yourself. Now, if that means, starting a new hobby or, exercising. I got so much into exercising when I broke up with my ex. I was just doing my own thing. I was me and God walking together doing stuff, but it was very much a time for growth for me. And so I know, sis or bro, that it's hard. I know that you feel some type of way because you've been in a breakup and you don't feel like, you're going to find somebody. Those are all different reasons why we stay with people that, don't serve us well, or we get into relationships because we're afraid to be lonely and all those things. But I promise you that as you work towards whatever it is that's going to help you grow, and you start dealing with your own situation, the right person will come along, for real. And you won't have to compromise. You won't have to feel some type of way. You won't have to feel sad or, go through certain things with a person that's not good for you. So be encouraged, you guys. I know breakups are hard, but block them if you can, or, just don't have contact. Don't spend too much time alone because you need that time to psych yourself out. And then the third thing, I forgot what it was. Oh, right. Focus on yourself. So there is what I have for you guys. It's a short video, but it's really from the heart. Thank you for watching. Please comment below on some ways that you guys have gotten over breakups in the past. I would really love to know. Breakups are hard, and just know that I'm giving you a hug. If you're going through a breakup. Even if you're not, come here. Come on, bring it in. Bring it in, come on. You feel the love? I feel it. Alright, guys. Have a great day or night wherever in the world you are. Please like, comment, and subscribe so that we can continue this dialogue. I can't wait to meet you again. I love you, and I will see you soon.